Hi, I'm Thrifty Tim. It's a afternoon here in where I'm at, so it must be it's time for a Tuesday afternoon with Thrifty Tim. Uh, but Sir James can't join us right now. He might be joining in with us later if he gets back from home in time. He had come up some. He had a doctor's appointment this morning, and I think his sister's going to take him out for lunch after that. So, and Jordan will hopefully be up later. Of course, with him, it's just good timing for getting home from work. I'm just checking one thing real quick here. I Okay. I just noticed something from James. I just have to get something from here and to now. Uh, because James just texted me uh, on Facebook saying that he's home now. Okay, so hopefully he'll be. Now, if I get on the right uh, one here. Okay, so James texted saying that he's home. I've sent him the link, so hopefully he'll be up soon. But until then, I'll just start showing what I've been spinning over the past week. I have like 22 albums here to show you. And uh, so I'll start off with that now. I know shows that there's no viewers yet, but I'll start off with okay. The first one that is fun is Elton John, the Single Man. This is Gatefold. See his card there. Nice. I like the card there, and it's up from 1978 on MCA Records. Okay. Okay, there's the link, James. So this uh, this is Elton John, a single man, like I said. And here's the backside. I showed the gatefold, and the songs on here on side one has "Shine On Through," "Return to Paradise," "I Don't Care," "Big Dipper," and it ain't gonna be easy. Side two starts with hope.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, I did send you a link to on.
Yeah, but something happened with your messenger. It didn't go through.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I was just showing my spins. Oh, and we have 2 viewers now too. So that's
All right,
but
continue on.
well, anyway. So on side two, it starts with "Part-Time Love," which was a hit for him. In Georgia, "Shining Star," "Madness," "Reverie," and "Song for Guy."
I remember a song for Guy.
Yep. Okay. Next up,
Make yourself big again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Next up is Dan Hill, Longer Fuse. This is from 1977 on 20th Century Records. This one is also a gatefold. Here it just shows the lyrics. And here's the back. And if I remember right, he's a Canadian.
Mm.
But see, see the on here the first the first song on here was a hit for him. The first song on side one, which is sometimes when we touch. The rest of
Oh, I
side
know that song.
the rest of side one has 14 Today, In the Name of Love, Crazy, McCarthy's Day. And side two has Gene, You Are All I See, Southern California, Longer Fuse, and it ends with Still Not Used to See. Dan Hill is or was a singer songwriter, so
Uh,
uh, then then next one is Blondie, Beat to the Beat,
oh, I love Blondie.
and here's the backside, and it's on Chrysalis Records from 1979, and the songs on side one are Dreaming, which was a hit for The Hardest Part, Union City Blue, Selah, Beat to the Beat, and Accidents Never Happen. Side two has Die Young, Stay Pretty, Slow Motion, Atomic, which was somewhat of a hit for her off here, Sound Asleep, Victor, and Living in the Real World.
Yeah, somehow I just got another blip from your Facebook and it's not working. It says, wait, let me pull it up here. Waiting for this message. This might take a while. It's not working on your end. Try saying hi to me on there. Let's see if it works. I'll say hi and then you try to say hi back on here. Let's see what's going on. It's probably on your end. Because I'm getting messages from everybody else, but it's not working on your end for some reason. It's weird.
Hmm.
All right, I said hello, so try typing back to me and see what happens. While you're doing that, just give me a quick second. I gotta go to the washroom.
Okay, well, I already said it. So.
That is very weird.
Maybe it might be with with the link that it's taking a while. Okay, so next up is James stepped away. Next up is Carl Carlton, Everlasting Love. This is on ABC Records from 1974. Of course, the title track was a big hit for him off of here, which is Everlasting Love. And the rest side on is Morning, Noon, and Night. I Want to Be Your Main Squeeze. Our Day Will Come. And Wild Wild Son. We have Signed, Sealed, and Delivered. Hurt So Bad. Smoking Room. And Lonely Teardrops. Okay, have you checked?
Yeah, I got it. Now seems to be working. Try just for fun. Try to send me the link for the invite. I want to see if this works now.
Okay.
It says hello back. Now it's working. That's weird.
Okay. Oh, okay, I just sent it.
Okay, let's see if this works this time. It's not coming in. What the hell?
Hmm.
Wait, let me refresh and go back here. Oh,
Oh,
it's loading more messages. What's going on here? Doesn't seem to be. It's probably on your end.
well, like I said, my computer itself has been acting up too. So,
Yeah, it's loading, but it's not coming in. Well, at least you can say hi to me because everybody else that could send me a link. Because last week it was working. Maybe it's on your end.
well,
That's
I can't
weird.
really test that. So,
Yeah. Huh. Anyway, I got up here, so that's all that matters.
at least I'm still being able to do my videos.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Yes.
And yet, you got the link. Saw the link that I did the through the video. So, okay. Well, let me continue on.
All right.
And okay, next up is Blue Suede, Hooked on a Feeling. This is from 1973, 74 on EMI Records. Of course, this is the one for Jorgen. If you can't guess why,
Mm-hmm.
by the name of the band, yes, they're from Sweden.
Oh.
Put it this way, like the vocalist name is Bjorn Skiffs. But that isn't Swedish. Well, anyway, I'll go through with the track listing on here. Okay, on side one, of course, the first song was a big hit for them here in the U.S. That's Hooked on a Feeling. Then there's Pinewood Alley, Silly Millie, which was another another somewhat of a hit for them off here. Lonely Sunday Afternoon, and the side ends with Have Your Love. And then side two starts with Destiny, Something's Burning, is the Mac Davis pen song. That was a hit for Kenny Rogers and the first
Yeah, I
hit.
remember that. Something's burning. Did.
And then is Working in the Coal Mine. Then Never My Love, and it ends off with Always Something There to Remind Me.
I know that song. Oh, is that the one? I'm hooked on a feeling.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It,
Or it starts Hooga Chaka 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 or something like that.
Hookah Chaka.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, it just happened when I went to the University of Iowa, where I lived. There was another guy. There were a number of us that were renting rooms in like pretty much like studio apartments. Where, like there were kitchenettes and stuff in a hotel, at a hotel or motel, and because they didn't have enough room in the dorms,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us we already had like 2 years had degrees before going there. Well, anyway, there was a guy from Hawaii that was in one of them, and his last name was Kuboyama. And the thing is that some of us would when we go looking for him before going out drinking, we'd go look for him in the library. And we'd just start going like that beginning saying Kuboyama, Kuboyama.
Ah,
Yeah, this was back in 1980, 81. So,
wow.
okay, the next record I have is the Bee Gees' Cucumber Castle. But you notice there's only two Bee Gees on the front.
Yeah.
That's because Robin had left for a while to try pursuing a solo career because they had broken up for a little bit. And so this is just Barry and Maurice on this one. So, but this is a gatefold.
Ah,
And here's the back.
wow.
And the tracks on this one are If only I had my mind on something else. I-O, which is pretty good. Uh, then you left me, the Lord. I was the child. I lay down and die. That's the first side. Second side is Sweetheart. Bury me down by the river. My thing. The chance of love. Turning tide. And then to don't forget to remember. Oh, and I should say, oh shoot, it's on Attico Records. Seeing if I can find a year on it. Oh, 1970.
Wow. Is it a good album?
Yeah,
Just the two,
I
or
like it. I like it. Okay, next up, some soul or jazz. This is Elvin Bishop. And it's not really quite so because this song rocks on too. This is the name of the album is Dread My Stuff. And it's on Capricorn Records from '75, so sort of like Southern rock pretty much. There's the backside, and the songs on side one are "My Girl," "Fooled Around and Fell in Love," which was the kid off this album, and that was written by Elvin Bishop also. And it was "Strutting My Stuff," and it's "Don't Holler and Shout," and then "Strutting My Stuff." And then side one ends with joy. Side two starts with hey, 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 hey. Slick titty boom. Have a good time. Grab all the love. And it ends with I love the life I lead. Okay, the next one is a pretty good one. I like it. It's a It's a singer songwriter from the '70s. That's Tom Rush is his name, and the songs he does on here are pretty good. It's "Wrong End of the Rainbow" is the title of the album. It doesn't show a year on it. I think it's between like 70 or 71, or yeah, it's looking like it might be 70. It could be 71. But he's was a singer songwriter that starts with "Wrong End of the Rainbow." Then he does "Lexi," which is a song by Jesse Winchester. And see, I went to tech school down in Biloxi, Mississippi. And the funny thing is that my sister moved down by there in the next town over earlier this year because she wanted to get to somewhere warmer. She was living in Colorado. And I might be making a trip down there, and my wife and I are planning on making a trip down there in January or February for a week. So whenever we go down there, we won't I won't be doing a stream then. Okay, then the third song inside one is Merrimack County, and the fourth, then next one is "Riding on a Railroad," which was written by James Taylor. And the side ends off with "Came to See Me Yesterday in the Merry Month of," which is a pretty good song. Okay, side two starts with "Starlight." Then he does a cover of this James Taylor song, "Sweet Baby James." "Rotunda." "Jasmine," that is not the Carole King one, it's a different one.
Okay.
And ends with "Gnostic Serenade."
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good album. It's a singer-songwriter one if you like that type. And so, okay, next up is Maureen McGovern, The Morning After. Of course, the title track on it was a hit, and it was that theme song for the movie The Poseidon Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from 1973 on 20th Century Records. And
Oh, wow.
side one starts with the morning after, and continues with "I Won't Last a Day Without You." That was written by Paul Williams. Like he was in the Smoking the Bandit movies,
Mm-hmm.
the short guy. And then after that is "And This I Find This Beautiful," and "Midnight Storm." And the side ends with "It May As Well Stay Monday from Now On." Side two starts with "I Wrote You a Song," "Don't Try to Close the Rose," "Darlene," "Can't You Hear the Sun," and it ends with "Until It's Time for You to Go," which is, and the album's pretty good. It's grabbing the rest of them. It's like 22 that I've spun since last week's stream. My keyboard off my lap. I'm not really needing.
Hmm.
Okay, and then so next one is Gladys Lights in the Pips. Neither one of us, and this is side with the back side of it.
Nice.
And, this one's from 1973, and it's on the making sure I think it's on the okay. Oh, it's on the Soul's label, if I remember right, because for a while, yeah, it's on the Soul label, which is a different looking label.
Ah.
And but I know for a while in the 70s she was on like the Buddha label. But so like I said, here's the backside, and the tracks on here are "Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye." Of course, that was a hit for her. For them, then "It's Got to Be That Way." "For Once in My Life," "This Child Needs Its Father," and the side ends with "Who is she and what is she to you?" Okay, side two has "And This Is Love," "Daddy Quit Swear, I Declare," "I Can't Give It Up No More," and it ends with "Don't It Make You Feel Guilty."
Hmm.
Okay, next one. It's another Canadian.
Nice.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Ah, yes. Gord's Gold.
No,
A classic.
this is Sundown.
Oh. Sundown, you better take care.
And this is from 1974 on Reprise Records.
Nice.
And here's the backside. And the tracks on here, they don't have them in order. I'm just going by the back. Oh, did I say it's from 73 on Reprise? Well, the tracks on it are "High and Dry," "Too Late for Praying," "Seven Island Suite," "Carefree Highway." Of course, that was a big hit. And "Sundown" was the other big hit off here. Or it was the other big hit. And have "The List," "Is There Anyone Home," and "The Watchman's Gone," "Somewhere USA," and Circle of Steel, which is another song I really liked off it. I saw him in concert. I saw him in concert before he died because it was at pretty much renovated to movie theater, but where they have like concerts in, like the symphony orchestra, Rockford Symphony Orchestra plays there and stuff,
Oh, that's cool.
and they well anyway, he played there. It was just him and a couple other band members sitting there just singing away. And my wife and I saw it, and that's pretty much the concert that helped struck us strongest of any that we've seen.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, the his wife, the lady that was his wife when he died, she graduated from the same high school as me the year after me. And she was like his third wife or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Of course, I'm from the northern part of the U.S. because I'm from northern Iowa, which is a little bit south of the southern border. So,
yeah.
Okay, which is Mason City, Iowa. You might have heard it mentioned before. Okay, next up is Dolly Parton, the best of Dolly Parton.
Oh, nice.
It's a gatefold. And here's the backside.
Nice.
And the tracks and it's around 75 on RCA. And the tracks on side one are Jolene, my sister hates this, or used to hate that song, and I don't know whether she still does because her name's. And then is, the rest of them on the side are Traveling Man, which is another good song. Lonely Coming Down. The Bargain Store, and the side ends with That Touch Your Woman. Side two that starts with I Will Always Love You, which she wrote later on. It was a big hit for Whitney Houston. But I like Dolly's version of it a lot better. Dolly's and Linda's both. Linda Ronstadt. Then after that is Love Is Like a Butterfly.
Love that song.
Yep. Well, that was a song that she'd sing a lot on her variety show she had in the 70s. Then there's Coat of Many Colors, which is a song I really like. By Tennessee Mountain Home. And It Dance With When I Sing For Him.
Wow.
Okay, the next one is Lynn Anderson's greatest hits. Of course, Lynn Anderson was a country artist. This is around 72 on Columbia Records. Here's the backside.
Ooh.
A beautiful woman. Well,
yes.
Well, the first song you'll immediately recognize it was the big hit for her. That's Rose Garden. Then it's Cry. How Can I Unlove You? Stay There Till I Get There. That's What Loving You Has Meant to Me. And the side ends with Listen to a Country Song. Side two starts with You're My Man. No Love at All, which is a song I really like. I even have a version of Glenn Campbell singing it to you. Don't Say Things You Don't Mean. I'm Going to Write a Song, and ends with that Nothing Between Us.
Nice.
Now, the next one is, I'm not going to read off the track listing because I'd have to pull up the cover out from here and everything, but it's Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. This is this is a live album, but and one of their around. If it's not their first live album, it's one of their very early ones. So, and it's a 2 LP set. Okay, next up is Lil Kottke. he's more or less a singer-songwriter. Sometimes his music albums are more instrumental than more instrumental than singing, but some he sings on too. But the songs on here are, I have to use my magnifying glass to help read it here because the colors on here. But I'm just not going to read them because they're a little rough, hard for me to read. But it's on Capitol Records from '73,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a good album. It's mainly him singing. It was very much. It was recorded live, and just him with his guitar singing. Okay, next one, Chris Christopherson. Jesus was a Capricorn. This was like his first solo album. And there's the inside or the gatefold backside. And the tracks on here on side one are Jesus was a Capricorn. And it's put on there old to John Prine. So John Prine must have been an influence on that song. It's Nobody Wins. It sure was love enough for you and help me, or Attentive Help Me, which was written by Larry Gatlin. Side two is Jesse Younger. Give it time to be tender. Out of mind, out of sight. Sugar Man. And it ends with that why me? You probably know which one I mean there.
Yeah. I wonder why he thought Jesus was a Capricorn.
Yeah, well, it's from 1972 on Monument Records.
Because actually, we don't really know what time of year Jesus was actually born.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever will.
No. But they have, like, they've thrown them around like certain months, I know, at times. Next up is Chris and Rita. It's Chris Christopherson and Rita Coolidge.
Ooh.
And it's a gatefold.
Nice.
And the back. And the tracks on here on side one are to Be Friends. It's all over again. I never had it so good. From the bottle to the bottom. Take time to love. The side ends with Tennessee Blues. Side two starts with part of your life. I'm down, but I keep falling. I heard the bluebird sing. After the fact, loving arms, and it ends with a song I'd like to sing. And does this have a year on it? Yep, it's 73 on A&M Records. Next up, I know I have two copies of that. I only had one copy that is in the pile for the spin. And this is Donna Farrell, the happiest girl in the USA. This was her debut album. She was a country singer.
Well, I've never heard of her before.
You've probably heard that song. That was a big hit for her. It's this is the backside of the album, and track listing on side one has the happiest girl in the whole USA, which was a big hit for her. Then was Manhattan, Kansas. The Awareness of Nothing. Funny Face, which was another hit for her. And was A Little Something to Hang On to. Then side two starts with Daddy Dumpling. How Close You Came to Being Gone. Society's Got Us. I think you'd like that one. Then it's it would have been just perfect. And she ends it with Johnny Be Good.
Well, at least Johnny Be Good, I know.
Yeah. And more Gordon Lightfoot, Endless Summer. This is from 1978 on Warner Brothers Records. Here's the front and the back.
Nice.
This is Endless Wires, the name of the album. And the songs on it are Daylight Katie, which is pretty good.
Daylight Katie, go home.
Yep.
I love that song.
It is Sweet Guinevere, Hang Dog Hotel Room, If There's a Reason, and the side ends with Endless Wire. Side 2 starts with Dreamland, Songs the Minstrel Sang, Sometimes I Don't Mind, which is another song I like out of it. If Children Have Wings, and ends off with The Circle Was Small, which is another good song. And then that next up is Joan Baez, The Best of Joan C. Baez. These are the ones that after she moved over to A&M Records that are the bigger hits off of her stuff. And here's the back side of it. And that album's starting on side 1 are Diamonds in Rust, which is a good song, and that album's real good. That whole album, Diamonds in Rust. If you don't have it, I think you'd like it. Then there's Forever Young, Prison Trilogy, No Rules, Simple Twist of Fate. She's pretty much poking fun at Bob Dylan. Of course, I know he said sing his biopic, and
Yep.
and
Absolutely love that movie.
yeah, and so you've heard of Joan Baez from that too.
Oh, yes.
And then is that Never Dreamed You'd Leave in Summer, and side 1 ends with Song to a Stranger. Then side 2, she starts with Please Come to Boston, Children and All That Had Jazz, Sweeter for Me. Now here's the one you'd like on here. Imagine, Gracias a la Vida, Here's to Life, and it ends with The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down.
Oh, yes, I know that one. That's one of her biggest hits.
Imagine is the John Lennon song. Okay, now things are going to change for these last two albums on here, and they're both a lot different from each other. First one, the soundtrack.
Ooh.
Soundtrack Saturday Night Fever.
I have that soundtrack, but I'm missing one record when it was given it to me. But I think my friend JJ has the whole album that he was going to send to me with both discs.
Okay.
I'm missing You Should Be Dancing, yeah.
And here's the backside. And of course, the tracks on here are that doesn't separate them between the side song this back on the back here. So I'll just go by how it. So there's some on here. Okay, starts with "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees. "How Deep Is Your Love" by the Bee Gees. "If I Can't Have You" by Yvonne Elliman. "A Fifth of Beethoven" by Walter Murphy. "Jive Talking" by the Bee Gees.
Oh yeah, that's the one I like. Jive Talking.
"KG" by MFSB. "Calypso Breakdown" by Ralph McDonald. "More Than a Woman" by Tavares. "Night Fever" by the Bee Gees. "Boogie Shoes" by Casey and the Sunshine Band. "Disco Inferno" by the Tramps. "You Should Be Dancing" by the Bee Gees. "Open Sesame" by Kool and the Gang. More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees, Manhattan Skyline, Manhattan Skyline, Night on Disco Mountain, and Alsatian by David Shire.
I
So,
prefer the version of More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees than the other one.
yeah,
The other one's okay, but the original is the best.
yeah. And now ending it off with a Canadian band.
BTO, Bachman
Overdrive.
Turner Overdrive. Yes. Now we're talking.
And here's the backside. It's a Mercury Records from 1976. The funny thing is, and then you notice at the bottom it says so far, but they didn't have any hits after this album. Some of the songs deserve to be hits that they did after this album. I have like all their albums. I think I have all the BTO's albums. But so I think I showed you the backside. So side one starts with Roll On Down the Highway.
Na, 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 na.
Then Hate You. Looking Out for Number One. Give Me Your Money, Please. And the side ends with Let It Ride. Side two starts with Take It Like a Man. You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. Blue Collar. And ends with Taking Care of Business.
Taking Care of Business. Great song. Great song. Yes.
So that was my spins for the week. So.
Pretty nice.
And do you have anything to show us this week?
Not at the moment. I can't still bend that well. My back is still healing, but it's a lot better than it was last week. But I'm wearing my Jimi Hendrix shirt again, as you can see.
Well, I'm wearing my Cheap Trick shirt.
Nice. And
I live hometown. The band's hometown is where I live.
So I got up very early this morning.
Oh, I just realized.
Jorgen.
He's
hello,
here.
hello.
Good evening.
How much of the earlier stuff I showed you down there for? I didn't notice it.
I came in when you showed Bachman Turner Overdrive and Bee Gees.
Okay. So.
I have Bee Gees, of course.
Well, I'll show you one I showed there that I know. Okay, it's a Swedish band from the 70s.
Yeah, I know them.
I have some, the numbers.
I don't have don't have anything with the entire band, but the singer I have some stuff with.
Okay.
Björn Skifs.
Well, with both of you here, I was going to say, after last week's show, I started thinking stuff how I was talking about how we should start having a theme for each one. Well, I have a number of themes set up for a while now that I thought of. Okay, for our next episode, the theme will be summer.
Ah, nice.
Stuff with summer in the title.
Ooh.
Okay. Then the week after that, surf. Okay.
As I'm I have no connection to the 60s. I don't know how I will be able to do that.
Okay. Then for after that, you'll like this the next few. First will be planes. The weekend does episode after that, trains. And the one after that, automobiles.
Did you say automobiles or out of mobiles?
Automobiles. you know, like that. I got that from the John Candy.
Didn't we talk about cars last week?
Yeah, but I thought of this because of the movie.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I had car songs written down for my
Yeah,
thing with.
But then I thought for after that is trucks or trucking, and then after that bus, and then we'll just have to figure out other stuff as we go along. And so do those seem sound good so far?
Well, I admit surfing and trucks wasn't in my backyard, but
Yeah, I understand that. Or even
but
if
we'll see what happens.
yeah. Yeah, and if I would have known James was going to be able to be on for the full show, I would have brought some DVDs to show DVDs and Blu-rays, but that I'll start with those next week. Then, so James, do you have anything to show?
Well, I could read my playlist from 2001 that I did for my Sunday stream if you like.
Okay.
I'll do that. So my mixtape of 2001 was 1, All For You, Janet Jackson. 2, It Wasn't Me, Shaggy featuring Rick Rock. 3, Lady Marmalade, Christina Aguilera. 4, Survivor, Destiny's Child. 5, Crazy, Casey and JoJo. 6, I'm Like a Bird, Nelly Furtado. 7, Jaded, Aerosmith. 8, Only Time, Enya. 9, Turn on the Light, Nelly Furtado. 10, Who I Am, Jessica Andrews. She's a country western singer. 11, Walk On, U2. 12, Clint Eastwood, Gorillaz. 13, I'm a Slave for You, Britney Spears. 14, Evolution, U2. 15, Moi, Lolita, Alize is her name. 16, Dream On, Depeche Mode. And 17, May It Be, Enya.
See, with me, the main one said down there that I like our Enya. And the one that you said before Clint Eastwood. Oh, you too.
Oh yeah, you make me smile.
Yeah, and also I'll include Clint Eastwood, but I like him more for his acting.
Yeah, that Clint Eastwood, yes, but that other one's pretty cool.
Does that mean if Gorillaz had sung about any other actor, you wouldn't have liked the song?
I don't know.
So, do you have anything to show this week, Jorgen?
I haven't bought anything new. What I could show is that I just read out a kind of book.
Okay.
This is based on selling. So we're counting down from number 100 to number 1 of the best-selling albums of the 60s.
Ooh,
That I went like that, 70s and 80s. Out three of them I like.
wow.
Well, if I find the 80s, of course I buy it. But this I bought many years ago, and I felt like it's records. Why not buy it? Even though 60s isn't normal in my wheelhouse, but there are some that I have actually here.
And over the years, you've heard so much. Probably heard a lot of 60s music. And
I mean, you can't deny when Transit Authority is number 29.
yeah.
And I actually have this.
Another band I had seen in concert had Chicago. I've seen them in concert. So West Side Story. Okay.
I have this one.
Yeah, I have it also. I have most. I have that there.
And this one also.
I have on a box set with all their studio albums, original studio albums.
I can do a little counting down from number 30 down to number 1 if you like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. I just realized I had my microphone still ways away from me. I left it at the spot I usually have it sitting at on my desk.
Yeah, I was hearing that there on the mic. I was hearing it. ASMR.
Sorry
We
about
have,
that.
we have number 30, Santana.
Okay. I
I'm
like
not going to
Santana.
tell. So I'm not going to sell how many album sells 2 million. So I'm not going to say how many albums on each one. 29, as I said, Transit Authority.
Yep. Great album.
28, ugh, Credence.
Yeah. Which album is it?
And they'll be coming back a lot, unfortunately. Stones, number 27.
Okay. Don't have that album up there. So I do have some of their stuff. So
And now we'll see James doing cartwheels. Elvis Presley,
Ooh, yes.
number 26. Sold in 3 million copies. Number 25, as I said, West Side Story. Number 24, more for James, Beatles Help.
Oh, yes. Awesome. I have the UK version copy of that and the American one as well.
And more Beatles, Beatles 65.
Good one.
Number 23. 22, as I said, Simon and Garfunkel, Sound of Silence. 21, also as I said, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme.
Yep.
20, The Cashman, Folsom Prison Blues.
Oh yeah. Johnny Cash.
More Cashman, San Quentin, number 19.
Ooh, nice.
18, Credence, Green River.
Okay. Good song.
Well, this is an album.
Yeah, I know. But there's a song on the Elmos up the Green River.
Here Comes the Man, number 17.
Van Morrison, great one.
We have number 16. More of the Fab Four. Hard Day's Night.
Oh, yes. Hard Day's Night.
15. Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
Nice.
Sold in 4 millions. Then we have at 14 something called Iron Butterfly.
Oh, Inagata Davida. Yes, I have that album. Great album.
Actually, to be a chart with the best selling songs, of course at the American charts. But anyway, I never heard of this album.
Well, that song, the Inagata Davida, takes up one full side of the album.
Okay. Here comes another one that I actually have, number 13. Great one. Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Okay, I have that.
So do I. Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Okay.
Number 12.
If I remember right, I have that one too. Oh, I do have that one.
Meet the Beatles. Number 11.
Okay.
I have that.
Now we're coming into top 10. Pull up the gun. Revolver.
Oh, that's a great album. Have that too.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. And now some.
The Monkees. Oh, Kate will be going crazy for that.
Number 9.
Psycho Paul, he's a big Monkeys fan.
Hello, not Brett May.
Yeah, I was going to say hi to them also.
And more of the Apes.
Yep. I have some. I have a few of their albums. So
Another 4-man band. The Beatles, Rubber Soul.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, that's probably around my favorite album of theirs.
6 million copies. But they're not the highest Beatles album. We have here also Magic Mystery Tour.
Have that on CD.
We have at number 5, Led Zeppelin.
Okay. I don't have one. I do have two.
I have that one, and I have Zeppelin 4.
I need to get Zeppelin 4. That's, of course, I probably won't ever get it. I used to have it years ago before I went into the Air Force. That was back in '82. So
Number 4, Sgt. Pepper.
Ah, got that.
Number 3, Abbey Road.
Got that too.
So do I. Number 2, Zeppelin 2.
Don't have that one.
I have that one.
And now you can have a guess each who you think is the number 1.
I was going to say, I haven't seen any Beach Boys in it.
I don't know what the number 1 could be.
Any guess?
No?
The White Album.
Ah, have that too. I have the 50th.
Yeah, I have it.
That.
Album sells 19 million copies.
I believe it. And considering it was originally a numbered album.
And then we have various other charts like live albums at top 100. We have San Quentin, we have Falls from Prison, we have Wonderfulness with Bing Crosby, we have Bill Cosby and Bill Cosby, 2 Bill Cosby at the most selling live albums. The 10 highest ranking solo artists: Van Morrison, Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Glenn Campbell, Bob Dylan, Frank Sinatra, Bill Crosby. Who is Bill Crosby?
Is it Bill or Ben Crosby?
I assume that since we had Bill Cosby Wonderfulness, it is Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby is a comedian.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
We had Cosby Show in Sweden also.
Okay.
Barbra Streisand, Ray Carniff, and Nat King Cole. I can show you various. We have some Queen.
Okay.
Number 65. We have Frankie Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Strangers in the Night. You asked for Beach Boys. Here's Pet Sounds, number 69.
Okay. Good album.
Here is Wonderfulness.
Oh, yeah. I have that album.
Dylan, for those who wants that.
Okay.
More Beach Boys.
Oh, yeah. think I have that one. Might be
This is
missing.
this is an album that I will have for James here, an Elvis.
Ooh, GI Blues, yes. Don't have that one. That's what I
Okay,
need.
James, I was going to tell you, back on Thursday night, my wife didn't have to go in to be into work till 10, so we were watching some movies. First, I put on GI Blues,
Mm-hmm.
which is my favorite Elvis movie. And then after that, I put on her favorite Elvis movie, which is Blue Hawaii. So
Here we have,
watch those two movies Thursday night.
here we have a really great album actually that I have. I realize now that it was it was a bit more of what I have actually in this chart than I thought it would be. This is Supremes and the Temptations, TCB.
Oh, but don't have that one. I do have some a couple of Supremes and Temptations albums, though.
And I also have another album where they collaborate, and that one is really great. They do a really amazing version of Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Oh, yeah.
But this is a live concert actually from a Motown's own. I think TCB was Motown's old live show.
Okay.
Herb Alpert.
Okay. Where's the whipped cream one?
Mm.
I'm not sure that one is here.
I have the whipped cream one.
Yeah, I do too. I have
Yeah,
some.
I do.
I have stereo and mono.
Moms and dads.
Yep, I have that album.
I just don't know where I put them.
Number 91. The Sound of Music.
I have that.
I have that too on CD.
Now I have it.
One of my all-time favorite movies. It's that same with my wife and my mom. I remember going to the theater with my mom as a kid to see it. She took out my brothers, my sister, and me, all four of us, along with, and her took us on a bus to the library, and then we went and saw the movie, The Sound of Music.
More Elvis.
Ooh, Roustabout.
Here is an album. Another one that I actually do have. The Goldfinger soundtrack.
Okay.
Mr. Goldfinger.
93. I guess it's the most selling James Bond soundtrack in USA ever.
So do you have many with movie songs? Many records with movie songs on them, or?
I don't have that much. I have a pile that I have shown in the previous video, but the problem is that I nowadays try to get those that contains special made songs, and not those that are random hit songs that they have taken and on the movie. I want for this movie specifically made songs.
Okay, yeah, it's sort of like I've one of the albums I saw today was Maureen McGovern's with the Morning After on it.
Like this, John Barry specifically made the music for this movie only. It isn't a bunch of hit songs that they put together in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Here is a surprising one, number 95, 500,000 copies, The Singing Nun.
I used to have that. I used to have that, but Dominique was around the only good song on it.
Yeah, I had 45 as well, but 500 copies, the 95th best-selling album ever in USA. Who would imagine that?
Mm-hmm.
A little easy listening style in the bottom.
Okay, some Henry Mancini. I have some of his stuff.
And at number 100, Bob Newhart.
Okay. Yep, that's good. Now I have it.
Bob Newhart. Wow.
Yeah, so his stand-up comedy is pretty good. If you come across any of his stuff on records, I'd say pick it up.
Moody Blues,
Oh yeah,
number 64.
yeah. You know that one had to be on there.
Number 66, another surprise. The motion picture Camelot sold 1 million copies.
Oh
It's some surprises here.
yeah.
Well, it's another one I have.
Okay, Barbara Streisand.
Ah,
I have some
Babs.
stuff.
Good old Babs.
Babs.
That's what they call her.
Yeah, that's her nickname.
Yeah,
I never
good old
heard that.
Babs.
Well, here is a classic without any babies.
Yep.
Mm.
But the original Butcher cover is what everybody's after, but that thing goes for a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to rob a bank to get that bloody album.
But the more people who are looking for it, the less valuable it becomes.
But
Yep.
there are covers that have that what Jorgen just showed. But if you pull it back, the actual Butcher cover is underneath it for certain ones.
And well, the thing is, okay, they were wanting that ones where you have to pay a ton of money for, and yet the songs are still all the same.
This is
For that cover.
This is an album I'm not going to show the cover of, but it's interesting how it sold a lot, and that's Blind Faith.
Okay.
You understand why I'm not showing the cover, are you?
Yeah, I know which one it is.
And that sold over 1 million copies with that cover. Or maybe it is because of that cover. I don't know.
It came out in a couple different versions, a couple different covers it had, and I had the.
The interesting thing is that this book actually is chosen to show the not so legal version.
Yeah.
I don't know how they managed to get through that in the book distributor.
Probably because it was meant for adults.
Well, I think that's what we have to offer in this great, interesting book.
Okay, looks like a good book. It.
I actually did a list. I also did a listening yesterday on Tori Amos, Under the Pink.
How is it?
It's a good one. It's definitely a good one. Everybody compares her to Kate Bush.
I don't have any of her music, so
this is the only one I have so far. I listen much rather to Tori Amos than to Kate Bush.
Oh, I have that one too.
I'm no Kate Bush fan at all. I've been dodging Tori Amos with the exception from the Crucify single. It hasn't been that much interesting, but I felt like a couple of years ago that I should give it a chance. And it's a good album, actually. I'm not going to say it's perfect album. It is some songs that are little way out there for me, but it's great singer-songwriting. She's a great piano player. She has a great voice, great atmosphere with strings in some songs also. I can bear without a 9 minutes long song in the end, but I give it a 3 out of 5, and this one will stay.
Okay. Okay, yep, I was about to do that. Okay. But I figured James would like the movies my wife and I watch Thursday. So
Ooh.
Those the two Elvis ones.
Oh, nice.
My favorite one, GI Blues, and then Blue Hawaii.
Well, I could show you my Elvis movie collection if you like.
Okay, and starting to next week, I'll start showing that movies that my wife and I have. So
All right, I gotta grab them all here. Oh, if I don't fall off my chair, that would not be good. All right. Ah, frig. Yeah, maybe I should stand up and grab them all. That would be sufficient. Because I will land on my face. Ah. Okay, there we go. Got them all. Now just give me a sec because I gotta go grab one else on the other shelf. Hold on. There we got them all. There we got them all. All right, here we go. First, we'll start with some of the DVDs, and then I'll show you this thing because I have all of them, every one of them. So we'll start with this one, Elvis 7 film collection, and then here we have Jailhouse Rock, Viva Las Vegas, Girl Happy, Spin Out, Elvis That's the Way It Is Special Edition, Elvis on Tour, and this is Elvis Theatrical Edition version. Then we have, here, let me do it this way. Love Me Tender, his first film.
okay,
Then we have Loving You. Then we have 4 film favorites, Jailhouse Rock, It Happened at the World's Fair, Stay Away Joe, and Charo. Then we have King Creole, one of my favorites. Then we have GI Blues, followed by Blue Hawaii, Girls, 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 another copy of Viva Las Vegas. It's a burnt copy, if you didn't know. And we have Girl Happy, which I have 2 copies of now. Frankie and Johnny. Elvis the miniseries with Jonathan Rhys Meyers as Elvis. Then we have Elvis Aloha from Hawaii, special edition DVD. And now we go into burnt copies of Elvis movies. Okay. And I have doubles of a couple here, so let's see what we got in here. All right. Are we ready? Okay, we have, I even put the years on it, and I put them in chronological order. So we have Love Me Tender, again. This one has director's commentary on it. We have Flaming Star. We got Flaming Star.
okay,
Wild in the Country. Follow That Dream.
So how many movies did he do altogether?
About 31. I have all of them. Kid Galahad and Charles Bronson is in this too.
I figured you probably had all of them. That's why I asked.
Yep. Fun in Acapulco.
Okay,
Hard to imagine that they made so many. You hear about maybe 10 of them.
Kissing Cousins. Not the best one, but if you're an Elvis fan, you're going to have in your collection. Of course, Roustabout. Tickle Me. The first Elvis movie I ever saw, Harem Scarum. Paradise Hawaiian Style. Spin Out. Easy Come, Easy Go. Double Trouble. Clam bake, gonna have a clam bake. Speedway. Live a Little, Love a Little. The Trouble with Girls. Change of Habit with Mary Tyler Moore. Elvis, that's the way it is. And Elvis on tour. So there you go. That's the whole shebang right there for you.
Yeah, I
All right.
figured you'd have Elvis movies, so.
Yep. Of course. Hey, I'm a big Elvis fan. Of course I would. All right, you make me small.
Okay.
That's all that I have. Oh, can I get these back in here? All right.
Well, I can show you what I'm reading, well, I haven't have read any more of this since last week, but well, I'll make myself big.
All right.
This is the Once Before by Herman Walcott, but I did watch a second episode of it, which just got a little farther along than what I've gotten into it. Then on here, I'm at this tablet. I was reading The Virginian. I finished that, and let me bring this up. And so there's a few things I'm reading on here, because on here I can read a little bit at night when I lie down, because don't have to have any lights on. Okay, so you notice there's a list of books here that these are all in the public domain, and one I just started reading last night is The Green Murder Case by S.S. Van Dyne, because there's on BookTube there's a reading event going on called Private Eye July. This is the first year they're doing that, and they want us to read a private eye book from between the 20s through the 60s or 70s, and then a modern one. Well, the Green Murder Case that is a Philo Vance one, who was a private detective. Then there's another one I had downloaded as a backup, which is one that I've read 2 or 3 times already, which is A Mysterious Affair at Styles, which is by Agatha Christie. And Virginian was reading some books in it, and that would talk about them some in it. And I downloaded one, which is Kenilworth by Walter Scott.
Ah.
And it's pretty much about Mary Queen of Scots.
Ooh, I'd be interested in that. Oh, yes.
And then there are some others that I downloaded, like their mysteries and stuff. One's called The Three Taps. I haven't started reading it yet, by Ronald Arbuthnot Knox, and then The Viaduct Murder by him also. There's Unraveled Dots by Baroness Muska Orczy. She's one that wrote The Scarlet Pimpernel, which is good. Also, Max Corrados by Ernest Brahma. He's a private detective. And I told you about the movie I watched. Told you about it last week. The Quest for Mark Twain, and I wanted to. So it made me want to read The Adventures of Mark Twain, and so I had downloaded that on here. Then a couple other books I downloaded on here just recently are the works of Martin Luther, volumes 1 and 2. See, I'm a Christian. I was born and raised in the Lutheran Church, so, and I'm still a member of a Lutheran church, so I read a little bit of that each day, so that's what I've been reading on this tablet. It's nice on this tablet. It's a good-sized tablet where the print's easier for me to read. Then for my modern private detective books, I'm reading Lullaby Town by Robert Craze. This is the third book in that it was called Joe Pike series. I've read the first two, and I'm trying to read the full series. So, and it's called Lullaby Town. It's from 92 when the copyright date of it, and there's usually a lot of violence and foul language in these. So, and then I'll be also for my next Tom Clancy one, Clear and Present Danger. I'm working my way through the Jack Reacher series, even the ones written by other people. And then there's Herman Wolfgang. This is the sequel to Winds of War. This is War and Remembrance, and it was made into a miniseries also. Then a couple other books I have here that to read. Hamburger Hill, it's a novelization of the movie. And John Grisham, The Judge's List. So those are the books that I've been reading. I've been working on a project by my man cave's been a mess. It's getting better organized because I had books into movies all over the place. I have around all the paperbacks and boxes now. That I'm working on the hardcovers, getting them on the shelves, and then a few other things, and I'll have a lot more room to move around in here after that. So that's what I've been reading. Have you been reading anything lately, James?
Nothing at the moment, but I'm thinking of getting back into that Anne Frank biography that I was showing you last week.
Okay.
And I still have the Leonardo da Vinci I'm reading, but just haven't had the willpower to want to read more yet.
Okay.
But I will, eventually.
Yeah. Maybe you'll just have to lie down to give your back a break, and
yeah, that would be I guess that would be my best thing to do at some point.
Lie down and do some reading.
Yeah, and what about you, Jorgen? Have you read anything recently?
I was going to say he already sold his book.
Oh yes, that one. Yes.
For him to get through a book in under a year is amazing.
And this one I had for many years, so that goes that. that one.
Wasn't it the one that wasn't it Depeche Mode or what? Another band that took you over a year to read?
Yeah, my Depeche Mode biography took me 3 years to get through. So says a lot. If it isn't a comic book, unfortunately, that's where I am. I have troubles of finding peace with everything that I have to do with the blog and with the YouTube channel and with Facebook groups and all things and everything to sit down and just read a normal book. I don't have the patience to do it, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So have you gotten any more comics lately? Like from the library?
And no, I'm still going through what I've showed last week with Modesty Blaze and Oompa.
Have you watched anything interesting lately?
And nothing that either. I'm still going through my watch later list on YouTube. So a couple of WCW night shows, and that's pretty much it. And then some music shows.
Well, 2 nights in a row this week, I've watched something on my TV apps called, you get all these free LG channels, and they have 2 separate channels. One is for the, what's his name? Oh, God. Drew Carey on Price is Right, or you have the Bob Barker era. I've been watching the Bob Barker era one,
Yeah.
and brings back memories. But some of the prizes they had in the 80s, like a Pontiac, a station wagon, and everybody's going, ah! And they're freaking out over it. They're ugly cars. They're not what.
Back then they weren't.
Well, to them, yes, then, but I wouldn't get excited over that. And then last night, this woman, okay, she had all the numbers for the car, and I hate this game. I always hated it. The three strikes game, okay. And what happens? She just needed the 6 to get the car to win the station wagon, okay. What does she get? All 3 strikes. Nobody ever wins that game. No one. But I was surprised that this one woman won the golf game, and she won the prize. I forget what the prize was, and she got a hole in one. I was like, whoa. Yeah. I love The Price is Right.
Well, see, with me, I have a Roku streaming device, and so on the Roku channel, we've been watching a lot of stuff on the live streams on it. Like Eight Is Enough is one of them that we watched.
Oh yeah, Eight Is Enough. I remember that show.
And then I was just I just put on Sunday. Then after 80 Is Enough, like it was done, they start showing Doctari then. But then I went to the Miramax channel on it, and movie channel, where they showed Rambo 3. And then after that, they showed they showed one with George Clooney in that, where he's in the army and stuff, and like some Iranians got hold of some nuclear bombs or nuclear warheads and stuff. And then they did showed Escape from LA with Kurt Russell in it.
Escape from LA, but I prefer Escape from New York. Much better.
Me too.
Well, I had just left it on that channel, and then I can't remember what channel I turned it to after. I turned to the Cinefault channel, and they had Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and I can't remember what they had on after that. So I just do stuff like that, go to different channels, or I had gotten away from it lately because of this project I've been working at, straightening out my man cave some here.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, I watched a lot of my shows that I normally watch, because that's Emergency, which I watch on Peacock, and then I watch Longmire on Paramount Plus, and then I'll go to BritBox and watch Death in Paradise.
I've heard of Longmire.
It's pretty good. It's like a modern day Western.
Oh.
It's a series that they have on Paramount Plus.
Wow.
So,
I can also say that Bob Barker and Drew Carey have both been in the WWF.
they've both been in the WWF.
Bob Barker was one of the gazillion amount of guest hosts that they had.
Oh, okay.
During the 00s. And Drew Carey was actually participating in a Royal Rumble.
Oh.
Drew Carey. Wow.
Yeah. He got in and he ousted, was it? It was in 2005, I might be wrong. And he threw out, if it was Honky Tonk Man or something like that, and he stood and flexed his muscles and bragged, and then Kane, Undertaker's brother, came in and he shit his pants and ran out. Eliminated himself.
Wow. So he shit his pants, did he?
Not literally, but
At
Wow.
least he was probably farting on the way out.
Uh-huh.
but yesterday I was at my friend's house apartment, trying to he tried to see what he could do with my phone, as my microphone had been a problem with the microphone. And it's very interesting problem because it hears loud and clear when you're tapping on the microphone of the on the phone, but it's still very extremely low voice when you're talking it.
Probably something with the software on it. Then
So we don't know yet what it is, if a problem it is, but he managed to fix the glitch that I had in the contact of my laptop. So now we have fixed that anyway, so I can sit outside on the balcony with the laptop.
okay.
Oh. Nice.
And he had a whole bunch of portable hard disk that he was going to clean up, and I would get them so I could fill them with TV shows and various stuff on Watch Later from TV shows and various stuff from YouTube. So I have it downloaded there.
Oh, wow. Pretty good.
So
I could just see it now. I can picture it. Thrifty Tim, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Jorgen S., come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. I could just see that.
I can't.
I put it this way: I wouldn't be able to come down too fast. I have a walker.
Okay, I have no problem being a part of a game show, but being part of a game show with like that, no. It's a quizzes I no problem with, but that game shows like that with be forced to be funny and having to play in the TV, no.
I prefer shows like Jeopardy.
Yeah, me too.
Would you be on Jeopardy?
Actually, people that have been suggested that I should have been searched for Jeopardy here in Sweden. I haven't done that though. But there have been people who have suggested that I should have been searching for it.
Yeah, because I know you don't have know a lot of trivia and stuff. And
It's one thing to sit in a TV and say stuff, and another thing to be a part in the audition.
yeah, you get nervous and
Yep.
yeah, but see with you, I can see you with trivia. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a part of a trivia on Facebook every day. So
okay.
Quiz Planet.
Oh, I like Quiz Planet. I used to play that with some lady on Facebook, but she kind of disappeared. I don't know what happened to her. She was an older lady, and we always had fun. Sometimes she beat me, and sometimes I beat her.
I normally play mostly with the Swedes because it's hard to remember to change the language when I play with people from USA. I need to change language. It's been multiple times when I remember when I pushed the subject. Oh no! Now it's the language is set on Swedish,
Ah.
and I hate that. So I prefer to play with Swedes, but I play with Robert Z. I play with Robert Z. That sounds way back. So
So Robert Z, how's he been doing?
I haven't. Well, he is doing a lot of questions for fellow record collectors and still trying to make his mind up whether he should give away his collection again or not. He's been doing that for 10 years.
Yeah, but with the way he had gotten, I've just finally stopped watching. He's requests me whenever he brings.
He's not doing videos that much. He's not doing videos that much.
Yeah.
But he's been promising that at a certain point of his life he will sell his collection and put the money in a trust fund for his autistic son, which is a beautiful thought.
Yeah.
The problem is that so far he has stayed in the thought. He'd been promising that for many years now.
Wow. Do you think he'll do it?
I most likely at some point, I would assume. But I can understand him. I mean, his collection contains of a whole lot of Japanese pressings and so on. So I understand that it's hard to get rid of them, and a lot of that means that he got to get rid of a whole lot of stuff that he's gotten from his friends, also VBCLTs and so on. So I understand he is having problem both emotionally and trying to get the right prices for them.
Yeah, because and with me, with so many videos already did shirtless, and
well, I think the problem with Robert Z isn't as much as that and his craziness, but the problem is that he has given up his channels time and time again.
Yeah, so many times, and people just get tired of it.
People don't know from one day to another what is his name this time. So he has been losing people. He messes people on Facebook. Now I have this channel, so I've been trying to keep in touch, but it's hard because he changes his name like I change his underwear.
Wow, yeah.
But he has at times he has given up his channel for reasons that I understand. It is tough. He has been having people nagging him about stuff, and he has been saying enough is enough. So I understand it, but he gets a little too personal at times.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy. He's a great guy. I have a standing invitation to visit him in Arizona one day.
Yeah, I know he's a fellow veteran too. So if I remember right, he was Air Force also.
Yeah, I think sometimes, even when you go to a used record store and you want to trade in stuff and for like for store credit or something, sometimes they rip you off and they don't give you a good price. But I remember going to Backstreet Records last summer with my friend Ray, and I got a good deal. I got everything that I bought, including a Blu-ray, all for $39, and I had a good credit, and I got a really good deal, on half the stuff, and half the stuff I was choosing was expensive too.
I think in Robert Z's case, he's not going to thrift stores. He's selling them piece by piece, record by record on the internet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that you selling away expensive Japanese pressings to a thrift store.
Well, see, I go to a record store in Rockford where I've gone to be friends with the owner, because he used to go get records at a flea market I used to go to also. And
I remember the first time I tried to sell records from my collection. I think it was around 1995 during the winter, and I've been digging out some records that I was going to sell off. And it was not that valuable stuff. It was Swedish dancing orchestras, 80s Diana Ross, and so on. That isn't worth a penny normally. But I have no knowledge about that back then. So I went to thrift stores and so on and say, do you want to pay for this? What do you want to pay for it? I sold a couple of records to a friend of mine, but that was it. And then the thrift store sells says, no, it's not worth anything. We're not interested in it. And I didn't get a penny for it. And I wanted to sell them. And today I can laugh about it when I think about it. I had no knowledge of what was valuable. I thought I could get a really great price for shit records.
Wow.
Toilet store records, like Christopher would say.
Mm-hmm. Toilet store, definitely.
So you're learning the hard way sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have to give them away eventually.
I guess it's who you know.
Yeah, see, with me, what I'll be doing whenever I get rid of my records, most of these stuff I'll be taking to give this my friend that owns the record store first choice at it, and then there's another record store near me that I do after that, and then after that I just donate them.
Well,
As
yeah.
That depends on what the condition of the record too. Like if they have skips and stuff, I throw them into trash.
Well, I have a whole loads of records, boxes of records that I'm going to. I'm not talking about my dad's records. I'm talking about records that I culled from my collection. That I'm going to try to. I've been standing since the pandemic, and I realized that maybe I should sell them, but I'm not sure how. Because learning my lesson, a lot of them I know that a lot of them I bought for $1, or should I say 90% of them I bought for $1.
Well,
and trying to find a reasonable price for them, and I can't put up any kind of a flea market on my own because you have to have permission that costs from the police around $80, and then I don't want people running in my house that I don't know to check on the records, and it's too expensive to ship them with postage. So I haven't made up my mind how I could sell them to a record store here, but they're not valuable stuff. I'm not sure he would take it.
Oh, I'll tell you something funny with this friend of mine that has a record store. Okay, one day my wife and I were going into Salvation Army. He was coming out from there. And he said, there's not much in there today. And so we go to the same places. Find them.
Well, I went just this afternoon to my old place that I worked at before, right over the street. You remember that, James?
Yeah.
I went over there. I quit there half a year ago. It was more or less the same records as then. It was didn't have anything. The sign that I made for the store to have outside of the store to get people to notice the store, the damn place, I don't think they put it out since I quit there. They've been standing in the corner since October.
Yeah, but I got see with me, I usually get my records for $1 or less. So
yeah, most of these records that I'm going to sell away is for $1 or maybe $2.
Yeah.
But there are some surprises also that I've seen. Hey, have this rising in price so that this much, and that I had no idea of that since I was in the thrift store business. I have been all of a sudden that record had become huge, rising in price on the internet. So I don't know if I should go another check and see what have been rising in price lately. Or if I should just ship them away for $1 or $2, so I would get rid of this damn thing.
Wow.
But most of it has been many of the boxes has been here waiting for shipping away since the pandemic, and then it was not a good time to go to the thrift stores and sell them away.
Right.
No. Everybody else I see always finds the stuff I want, and then when I go, I find okay, I'll find the odd album that I want, but sometimes I don't get lucky like other people do. I'm like, where are you finding all the good stuff?
Welcome to my world.
Well, then people ask me about stuff because, and yet where I could find this stuff, and yet they go to the thrift stores more often than I do. And but especially lately, I haven't been in a thrift store for a while.
Well, we have a problem here in my city that there have been lesser and lesser thrift stores here. 5 or 7 years ago, it could take me 2 weekends to do a monthly tour around the thrift stores in the city. Now I have maybe 2 that I go to, plus maybe the record store.
Yeah.
So it's been it's bound to be lesser and lesser times when I find stuff. So it will be more and more weeks so I can say, unfortunately, I haven't bought anything this week. So be prepared for that during the summer.
Also, there's like some antique malls I'll go to looking like there's one that's like an antique mall, but it has it takes up half of a big building like a sort of like an older shopping center, but
the problem here is that we don't have that much antique malls, and the times when we do here in Sweden, those are some of them that thinks that just because it's black and you can spin it on a turntable, you can take around $5 for it.
Well, there's one that I have. One booth that I usually stop at that one because there's a lot of times I've gotten albums where he was just reduced the price because he sat them for a good while and they haven't been selling. So he sells them for like $1.67. And I've gotten some good ones out of that. And for the $1.67. Because they play real good. It's sometimes it might be the artists and stuff too.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Christopher might be some disappointed for at times when I say, no, I can't show you any toilet store stuff this time because I haven't found anything.
No.
You should tell them that to find a toilet store, you have to go to find something. You have to go see him.
Yeah, I think he knows where to find his toilet store stuff. Just look in his collection.
Probably better than what we're finding these days.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say I'm glad I found at Backstreet Records so that I found the album George Michael Listen Without Prejudice on vinyl. Because I used to have it on cassette back in the day, but on vinyl, 180 gram vinyl, it sounds fantastic. Oh my God.
I remember hearing it the first time. I thought it was, with exception from the singles, I thought it was dreadfully boring. But then I gave it another spin and I thought, hey, this is a whole lot better than I give it credit for. So you have to give it a couple of times to get used to it.
Oh, it's a great album.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
I think it's actually better than Faith. Faith is going in 9 million directions.
Well, sort of like one album that I've liked that I've gone to like more. I have a Culture Club album. It's the one with Karma Chameleon on it.
Oh yeah.
I never been that much of a Culture Club fan. I had the compilation, but I don't have it anymore. I never been the biggest fan of Culture Club. I've been more fan. I'm listening more to Boy George as a solo artist, and during the Jesus Loves You project that he had in the 90s. I thought that those were better than Culture Club actually. But I have the one with Move Away and from 86, Luxury to Heartache.
Yeah, with me, back in the 80s, I wasn't a Culture Club fan, but as I got older and stuff, and just that some of the songs like Karma Chameleon would start playing in my head. So
I have hard time listening. I think that one is so cheesy. But I think From Luxury to Heartache is a great album, but it's produced by Arif Mardin. So
okay.
Well, I think one of my favorite George Michael songs is "The Crying Game."
that is Boy George.
Oh yeah, the crying. Yeah, George Mike. Why am I saying George Michael? Well, you know what I mean.
And you know who produced that?
Who?
Pet Shop Boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then like I can't remember what George Michael is it. George Michael Wham song had like. Did they do that Christmas song that Mariah Carey had a big hit with later that everybody considers her to be Queen of Christmas or whatever because of that song? Or
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
no, they didn't. I don't think they did that.
I don't think that George Michael and Mariah Carey has done anything together.
Yeah, I know. I mean, something that George Michael or Wham did that somebody
Last
else
Christmas?
had a big hit later on.
Last Christmas.
Yeah.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The
Let's
very
just
next day, you
say
gave it
that-
away.
Say that song during Christmas time here in Sweden, and you get the evil eye, because a lot of people are so fed up with that song. It's played 9 million times in every store.
Oh my God.
And I'm pretty fed up with it. I much rather listen to the B side of the single, which is it's a double A side here in Europe. It was released as a double A side with Everything She Wants. I would much rather listen to that song.
Okay.
But the other song that I cannot stand at Christmas, and it's so annoying, I have to watch my language. I was almost going to swear there for a second. I caught myself, is Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Oh, God. Don't get me
I
started.
love that song. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic arrangement. It's so amazing produced, and I love her voice. So I can listen to that over and over during Christmas.
Well, it's not my cup of tea, that one. Yeah, there's better ones out there for me, but no, not that one. But you know,
As long as I don't have to listen to Feliz Navidad.
oh yeah, that gets a little repetitive after a while. That song.
Yeah.
And when you think the damn song is over, he starts this all over again.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. It's like, okay, enough. You know, when does it end with you? This song, you know,
It's
like,
the same with that Billy Swan song, I Can Help. I think it starts over 3 times in the end. When you think it's over, the damn guitar starts to go over.
I have the album with that song on, and I have a couple of his albums.
yeah, it's nuts. What are you gonna do?
I remember hearing that Billy Swan song when I worked at one thrift store, and they had one of those commercial 6 old timers channels on while working, and they played that I Can Help over and over. And you thought that, well, now at least the damn song is ended, we get a new one. Hell no. Here comes the guitar again, and again, and again.
Oh, it's crazy, man. I tell you. Like,
Well,
why?
I was going to say for the last time we tried it at the beginning of the show, where you had me resend the link again. Did it ever come through?
I don't know. Let's see if it did. I'm gonna check again. I don't think it went through.
Well, I saw you send it on Facebook.
Yeah, it never sent.
Hmm.
Must be something on your end because everything else I'm getting links from other people on there is working, but it's not working on my end for some weird reason or other.
I'm going to check if there was something. I just saw that you had sent something, but since
Yeah.
knew I was going here, I thought it was meaningless to check.
Yeah, I thought you had to have seen it, have gotten it because how I noticed you instead of being under the regular comments, but you were up when I noticed you all of a sudden, and so
Yeah, it kind of didn't go the way I thought it would.
well, I'm talking about with Jorgen because I sent him the link too, and
Yeah, I get. Here's the link for today's stream, and there's a picture from StreamYard. So
Yeah, mine didn't go through.
hmm.
But when you said hello to me, that worked. But other than that, no.
so I got it.
That's weird.
Maybe maybe right now Canada's refusing to accept links from the U.S.
I don't think so because normally it shows for me, but I don't understand why it's not. It didn't go through.
I figured that trick of a president we have has angered them again.
I don't think so because it was last week. I you sent me the link and I was able to get it, but this week I don't know what happened. All right, you know what? Try it again now. Let's see if it'll go through.
Okay. Let me go.
But I know it's not on my end.
Okay, I sent it.
All right, I heard the ding. Now it works.
At the end of the show.
Now it works.
And now you have no use for it since you're already here.
At the
Well,
end
I'm
of the
already
show.
up here. That's right, Jorgen. I'm already here. So
Yeah, pretty much at the end of the show because I'll be ending it in under 3 minutes because it's we're at
I'm going to make dinner also. So
yeah, your stomach's probably starting to say, "Feed me, feed me."
yeah, and I got to get up for a little stretch and all that good jazz.
Yeah,
while it's still some kind of a sun and warm outside, I'm going to try to take the laptop to the computer to the balcony while eating.
Yeah, sit out there and relax.
Yeah. Eat your dinner. Say, hey, neighbors, I'm eating all my food. Then I'm going to put on the laptop and play In the Mood. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Sitting there with a megaphone. Oh, look at me! I'm eating.
Yeah.
See
hey, Christopher, I'm listening to toilet music.
You see the coming ambulance with a pretty much tight little shirt. Take me away.
Oh, to the funny farm. Yeah. So I went for my thing this morning, Jorgen, my electrocardiogram. I'm sure it went well. It was fast. They put it on my wrists, my ankles, here my heart, just little sticky things. I lay down, splickety split, bang, done, fast.
Did they leave all the sticky things on you to take off?
No, they took it off. The nurse took it off herself, and then I get home. Then I get a phone call from the nurse. Okay, another nurse. Hi, hi, James. I'm like, yes, this is James. Monday at Chalmers, the hospital here in Fredericton. You have an appointment at 3:15 for an ultrasound for your kidneys. I'm like, okay, but at least it's 3:15 in the afternoon and not bloody well early in the frickin' morning.
Ultrasounds are they can be a little cold.
Oh, I can imagine. I've never had one before.
I've had to go through bladder scans a lot. and they're pretty much the same thing.
How does it work? Do you have to take your pants off or anything like that, or just pull your pants down a little bit?
So maybe pull your pants down some. Like with me when I was in the hospital back in October, I had to pull down that little below my waist and
Yeah.
for them to do bladder scans.
Yeah, because apparently I have protein in my bladder or something. But it's nothing to worry about, the doctor said. Don't worry, you're going to be fine. And the thing was for a heart murmur today. But you said you're fine. You're doing good. Ooh, we hit the 2-hour mark. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd say it's time to end today's show.
Sounds good.
For now, so until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking and reading.
Yes. Peace and love, and happy birthday to Ringo Starr yesterday, 85 years old. I forgot to mention that earlier. See you soon.